Hello everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Today I'm going to show you how I made this patriotic wreath. These are the supplies I used to make this wreath, and I also add in some sprigs of stars, and I'm not sure what the other thing would be called. It's just a pick with different glitter sticks. I'm going to start by adding pipe cleaners to each crossbar in the center. I'm going around the two rings in the center. I'm twisting 3 times. And then I'll move to the outside. I just pick any random crossbar to start. Again, twisting 3 times. And then I'll lay this along the second ring in. Where the pipe cleaner ends is where I'll add my next one. I'll do this going all the way around. You end up with 14 ties total. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. So I decided to do 10-inch ruffles. Ruffles with 10-inch mesh. I'm cutting the mesh at 24 inches, and I am cutting all 3 at the same time. I'm doing red, white, and blue. And I just like to use my rotary cutter and my mat. And you'll notice that I measure, I was doing 20 inches, not 24 inches. And then I move it to the center, and that's just so I can cut it easier. And then to make my ruffle, I'm just going to put something heavy, which that was not heavy enough. And then just accordion fold, ruffle the mesh. And then I like to use my bow dabber to hold it in place. And I'm putting 2 pieces of mesh in each section. My phone worked a lot better. And this just holds it together so I can have my hand free to do the other ruffle and I don't have to keep twisting it into the pipe cleaner. I'm going to start on the outside. It doesn't really matter where you start as long as you fluff your mesh against each other. I just find this easier because I like the center to puff out more, so I just like adding it kind of over the other mesh. And then I like to overlap the ends to create like a circle. And I twist it 1.5 times because I'm going to add ribbon. If anyone's interested in following me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Southern Wreaths More, on Facebook at Southern Wreaths, and I also have a Facebook group called Southern Wreaths and More. I would love to see any of the wreaths you've made, especially if you do any based on my videos. That would be amazing. I also have all of these links in the description below. I am doing a pattern, and I keep this pattern up all the way through the wreath. It's not necessary. You could do like, all white in one, all red in one, all blue in one. I just kind of like the look of it all mixed together. But I didn't want to go as far as putting 3 in each section. And see, to do the top, I do the exact same thing as I did on the bottom, except I do have to kind of fluff it up against what's on the outside. And now I'm just going to take my 12-inch piece of cardboard and cut my ribbons. And I just wrap it around 7 times. And I'm kind of smoothing it as I go. And then I'll trim. I slide the scissors in where the cardboard is, and I do that on either end. And this gives me 7 perfect pieces of ribbon. This is the quickest way I found to cut ribbon. And then I do like to dovetail the ends of my ribbon, so I fold it hot dog way, and I cut from the wire to the crease at an angle. And I'll do that on either end with all of the ribbon. This just gives it a nice finished look, and I just love the way it looks when they're all put together in like the star, like a starburst. It's really pretty. Okay, so I take a stack. I go through and separate my ribbon first because that's just easier for me. And then I take the first 2, I fold them in half to find the center, and then I crease at that fold. And then when I open it, I'll pinch at the crease, and then I add that into the pipe cleaner. I twist it 3 times, and then I roll it down with my glue stick. And then I'll fluff my ribbon. And I like to do an X with the ribbon, but you can have like both colors going, like both stars going down and then the stripes going up. It's completely up to you. Here, I'll just show you again quickly. I just fold it in half, find the crease, pinch it, twist it 3 times, and roll down with my pipe cleaner. And this ribbon with the glitter on it was really sturdy. I really like that. You find when you work with wreaths that there's certain ribbons that are just no fun. There's like some cloth kind that when you cut it, it gets this weird edge. And for the outside, I do the exact same thing. I just fluff it a little bit differently. So instead of making an X, I make more like a butterfly or a bow tie where it's kind of straight across the top and then it comes out like the bottom of an X on the bottom part. And this is what it looks like when it's all covered in ribbon. Off camera, I took my sign and some pipe cleaners and stapled the pipe cleaners to the back of the sign. And this is just so I could attach it to my wreath. And I'll find where I want to put it. I'll kind of move it around until I'm happy with the way it looks. And then I'll just feed my pipe cleaner through to the back and I wrap it around the frame, usually 3 or more times. And sometimes you have to play with it to get the right placement. You don't want it to be sunken in too far, but you don't want it to hang off so it's sagging down. That's the great thing about using pipe cleaners because they're easy to untwist if you need to and move it where you want it to be. And now I'll just go through and kind of work my mesh where I want it to be and pull out ribbons and fluff ribbons and just make it look, as nice as I can. You can also skip putting ribbon behind your sign, but the way I do my wreaths, I'm kind of random with it, so I just don't know where I'm going to add things. So I decided to put these 2 pieces together, and I'm just using some of the wire to wrap them around each other. And then I'm just kind of fluffing it out. I pull the stars out and everything. I just thought they looked nice together. This back piece with the balls on it originally had big red hearts, and I had used those for something else, so this is what I had left, and it worked out perfect for this. So at first I pulled that through just to see if that's where I wanted to put it, and when I was happy with it, I decided that I didn't want to trim away any of this, I guess the stem, so I'm just folding it back and sticking it through the hole in the center of the wreath. And then I use all of that wire, all of that stem to attach it to the back of the wreath. And I'm just pulling it through to get it where I want it. And that's the fun thing about things being on wires. You can always move it around and put it exactly where you want it to be. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this darker stem and make sure that when it's twisted around, it's facing into the wreath. You don't want it to poke out because it will scratch someone's door. And then I'm just going to use a pipe cleaner to attach the red stem. And then I like to tuck the rest of it into the wreath, again making sure it's poked towards the outside. And then again I'll go through and fluff everything and make sure there's no bare spots and everything's where I want it to look or want it to live. But that's it. That's how I made my patriotic wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can always email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.